I have a sheet of paper up here, and anybody can get this information for the Block by Block program for free houses, which is $1, and then
for some free houses that are $1. That's not free. If you walk into the Dollar Tree and you just start taking stuff, you going to jail. Because guess what? Because $1 ain't free. It's Tiffany saying the free house is $1. It's that part for me. Tiffany, you are terrible at your job. I think that's why you only got to do it for 4 years. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Mama's in a green circle, wearing green today, okay? Y'all let me know how y'all like my little circle. Do you like my circle? Do you like it? Do you like it? No? Okay, whatever. So, we're digging in the archive. This is one of Tiffany's very, just really great ideas that she had, that the trustees were just being so unreasonable about. It's like Tiffany wanted to give everybody in town a free house. Well, that's what she told them she was going to do. I don't know why you're looking at me like that. That's what she said. She said, "Hey, look, you give me $1, I'm gonna give you a house. There's a vacant house on this block. Everybody on this block gets a vacant house. Even though there's just the one and there's like 12 of y'all, figure it out, But she had a dream. Tiffany was actually Martin Luther King. I don't know if y'all heard her tell that speech, but she was Martin Luther King. She is the dream. She is that dream that Martin Luther King had. That was about Tiffany. To hear Tiffany tell it, that's what that was. And in this dream, there was block by block. This is the story that Tiffany told, that she was going to give houses away, sell houses for $1. But the stipulation is you have a certain amount of time, which is, it's a small amount. It's like 6 months or something to fix the whole fucking thing up. So, and then we also know Tiffany's known for holding up your paperwork and making it impossible for you to even get the permits to fix it up. So you're going to lose that house. It's going to go straight back into, she going to foreclose your shit and it's going to be hers. I think that was her plan all along. And of course, also, Mr. Holmes is on here doing his thug thizzle, standing up for his Tiffany. Oh, he gonna back her up no matter what, except for now. Now he's completely docile.
Discuss the land bank. The land bank will not be taking all the properties.
Exactly.
We choose the properties that we want the land bank to take.
There you go.
So again, let's get the facts straight before we put them out there.
Okay, so
if we don't have the facts straight, then don't put them out there.
Are we getting money from the land bank? Are they paying for the properties that
we will be getting money from the land bank. Attend the meeting, man. So you have that opportunity to ask that.
Did you discuss that and say what dollar amount we getting?
We talk to the land bank. We are setting up a meeting to see the amount that we're going to get. If we're not getting dollars, then we're not going with the land bank.
Thank you.
So that's what I'm saying. You mustn't hear me talk about it.
Yeah, she said it very clear, right? If they're not going to give us anything, we're not going to go with it. So all this shit you're talking is pointless, right?
Talked about it. If we're not getting any money, we would not go with the land bank, man.
But you did. You guys voted for the land bank with no roots, no paperwork, no nothing. See how you giving them the opportunity?
Again, let me just say this, man.
You see how you giving them the opportunity?
You're going to have the roots. Next time you do something, make sure you bring the roots.
Opportunity.
Putting on the roots.
Attend the housing committee meeting. You keep saying we didn't have one. We did have a housing committee meeting. You were not present, nor your administrator, nor none of your staff. So again, you don't know what's going on if you don't attend.
Ain't that something?
So I'm not placing the blame. I'm telling the truth. I'm stating the fact.
Okay, are you finished?
No, I'm not done.
Bitch.
Okay,
are you finished?
With that being said, I need you to make sure that you include us in whatever the housing meeting that you're saying you.
Oh my God! Now it's y'all need to include us. Y'all need to come to my house. And y'all need to drag me out by my ankles. You need to sit me in a chair and you're going to have to tie me down because I'm not going to want to stay. And that's your responsibilities. Those are your responsibilities. Okay? Oh my God, Tiffany. She calls them secret squirrel meetings. Now she going to pretend like she don't know that they exist.
Number one, because we didn't know anything about it. So if you guys are saying one thing up here that you didn't have access to the housing meeting, to have it here, now you're saying you did have the housing meeting. But what I'm stating is, trustee, if it's something that you want to do or something you want to place on the agenda, all you have to do is send it in like y'all send everything else in and we place it on the agenda. So that is a lie when you say that we're not placing things on the agenda. All right, go ahead, trustee.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. No,
Okay, thank you. So it was
hold on, Tino.
A couple things that I want to clear up. First, you stated that we weren't receiving anything. We're not receiving anything from the land bank. As Trustee Brown stated, we did have a housing committee meeting where we were really informative. I actually had residents call me about it afterwards, so they were actually tuned in. And we are working out something so that we can be reimbursed. We will go over it with the public. We do get a chance to decide what homes we give to them, and they do have a system. That's what they specialize in. As you are aware, Mayor, we have had the land bank here once before. When we sold Taco Bell, we did receive compensation. So I think when you say that we're not receiving anything, that's absolutely incorrect. That's one. And then in regards to the program, all they're stating is it doesn't have enough information. So when you say approve it and I'll add to it later, that's the concern. It's already a lack of transparency on the board. So with the lack of transparency, we can't trust that the homes are going to be given away as you state in your program.
Exactly.
And all we're saying is, hey, let's have something concrete so that we know exactly what we're doing, exactly who's receiving the homes, who's liable for the homes. It's easy to just say, okay, we're going to give away a house for $1. If anyone in the audience do want that, but as a realtor, we know that there's more to real estate than that.
I would love to get me a $1 house. Can I get a $1 house? $1, just $1. I take a $1 trailer at this point, honestly.
Who's reliable for the home? Who's receiving the liability? The village. So if something happens while we have these homes in our possession, we're liable. So now we're responsible for the houses. Those are potential lawsuits for the taxpayers to pay. So when we come up with these programs and we make decisions on behalf of the residents, we just have to keep those things in mind. It's not an attack, and we're not saying, hey, we don't want the program, but we're saying is give us more information. As a realtor, it wouldn't make sense for me to approve something that I know don't make sense. I sell homes all the time. What type of lottery? How many people who will be eligible to enter the lottery? Who's overseeing the lottery?
Oh, I can answer both those last questions. Who's eligible for the lottery? Tiffany. Who is over the lottery? Tiffany. Yeah. Brittany, Tiffany, this is Tiffany's bag we're talking about. This is Tiffany's bag. So she gonna be over the whole thing. I'm just letting you know.
You stated that we weren't receiving anything. We're not receiving anything from. We're saying, hey, but in the meantime, before we go and approve something that doesn't have enough information, because we are legally responsible. Once we vote on this program, anything that happens, the first thing they'll say is, okay, the trustees voted for it. So we should make sure that there's a concrete plan in place. That's just being responsible.
Yes.
That's in regards to that. And then in regards to everything else, when we do decide to do anything with the land bank, as we stated to the residents who called us after the housing meeting, we'll give them all the information. We'll be transparent. But with the land bank having the homes, we know the things we're able to manage them. And that's our biggest issue at the moment. We just want to make sure that everything is handled accordingly, that we're not taking on liability that we don't have to until we find a program that we can use interchangeably.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Sounds.
So
look at
for
that.
the record,
there we go.
What I just heard was that.
Oh, okay, good. This is actually good. This is how you're supposed to communicate. Believe it or not, this is how you're supposed to communicate. If somebody says something, especially passionately, you're supposed to, when they finish, first of all, you don't say, are you done yet? Are you done? You don't say that. But when they're done, you say, okay, so what I'm hearing you say, or what I'm understanding that you're saying is, and then you repeat back as how you are interpreting what that person is saying. And this is how you get to the point where you are understanding someone and they're understanding you. It's great. It's great to do that. So let's see if she is actually doing it or if she's just being a dick right now. My guess is she's just being a dick because she always being a dick. But we gotta give her a chance.
That you guys voted for the land bank, what you did, I'm going to show y'all in a minute, without any roots, like y'all asking for me to do, any information. So y'all voted on a blanket agreement between you and them. I'm asking.
Now, that's what she said that she heard Brittany say just now. That's what she's saying, that she heard Brittany say that we just voted for something without having any information, without communicating at all. That's what she heard. This is what she heard, which lets you know she ain't paying This bitch is diabolical. I can't believe she was in my neck of the woods, hanging out. She was in Atlanta, Georgia for Memorial Day weekend. I know exactly where she was. I used my Google Earth. I found the exact spot where she was standing in that picture. I'm very good at Google Earth at this point. I'm very good at it. Okay.
For something similar, but I have roots, which is, and I will read it for the record. I have a sheet of paper up here, and anybody can get this information for the Block by Block program for free houses, which is $1, and then 5,000.
Yeah, for some free houses that are $1. Bitch, that's not free. If you walk into the Dollar Tree and you just start taking stuff, you going to jail. Because guess what? Because $1 ain't free. It's Tiffany saying $1 for the house. The free house is $1. It's that part for me. Like, bitch, $1 ain't free. $1 is $1. Okay? You take it for free when it costs $1. You going to jail for stealing. Okay?
$1,000 homes. Now, you guys voted for the lady after she said, and I quote, she is not giving us a dime. But see how y'all went? Y'all voted for her first?
You see what I'm saying? And I quote, she ain't giving us a dime. So you telling me that that's what that lady said? Because you said, I quote, you're quoting that this woman said, she ain't giving you a dime. That's a lawsuit. You can't be quoting people wrong. You can't be saying, I quote that she said this thing and she didn't even say it. In fact, she said something else, and you're going to cut her off in this little clip.
Then y'all went back to the table and told her, hey, okay, we can work it out. Let's figure out if we're going to get some money for it or not. But with the program, I'm saying for the residents, not a land bank, not an investor, for the residents, you guys won't even give me the opportunity to start the program like you gave the land bank.
No, they did. They voted okay for you to, they thought you were going to be doing this thing. They just also thought you were going to be bringing them the information about how this thing works and all the stuff. You refused to give them the information. And so it stayed stagnant. It stopped. You just wanted them to just trust you blindly, just like you did with you see what happened with your cancer society. Look, it's for a good cause. I know a person who had the cancer and so you should just blindly trust me. And then turns out what? You stealing money to put into that foundation, then claiming that foundation, that thing ain't even yours, even though it damn sure definitely 100% is. You can't trust nothing you say. She's so untrustworthy.
I have a problem with that. For the free houses, the dollar houses, which is for the investors, all you had to do is show proof of funds of $20K minimum.
That's it.
You must be a licensed and bonded contractor in the village of Dalton.
Okay.
This is one way we make our money.
All right.
You must obtain a 90-day permit.
Ooh.
You must have housing inspections, initial and final. You must do additional inspections, which is your final if you fail.
Okay.
Escrow is $1,000. It is a lottery for investors, so we pull a number. 75-25 split. 75% goes to the investor, 25 goes to the village. Of course, budget for the unseen. I'll give you an example. House I was going to buy, I hired a private inspector to come out. And I'm glad I did, and it helped me. I'm telling people that's actually trying to get in investments because the house was sinking. And that person went under the house and told me the joists and everything was rotten. Tiffany, don't buy that house. So I'm just giving you examples of ways of why I wrote this on here.
Oh, just to give you also some background of this lady and her real estate skills. Back in the day when she had that house that she was renting out to that woman who had children, that single mother who was in that house, and it was flooded and the feces in the basement. It had black mold everywhere to the point where it was growing on the fucking kids' shoes overnight. Overnight, it's just growing on the shoes. The kid walk in the house, the shoes is clean. Tomorrow, go wake up and it's covered in black mold. Yeah. This is the type of shit that's going on in this property. So because of the black mold, the lady was getting sick. Her kid is getting sick. So she has to, Tiffany has to get the house inspected because she owns the house. She's responsible to do it. The people come in, they check it, they put the sticker on there. Ain't nobody can come in here. This place is a violation of life. Nobody come in here. Tiffany goes and gets her own little inspector to come in and say that this is to stamp this thing as being clear. Gets this lady moved back into this motherfucking house just to find out absolutely it fucking wasn't. So then she had to come right back out. They had to come back, and then of course they'd see, no, this is not clear. Who the fuck cleared this? This is the sneaky stuff. She talking about inspectors. She got her own little people to come to sign these things and not sign these things when she wants them to do it. And have you dying, your lungs is turning black. She don't care about nothing. I'm gonna tell you nothing.
You should hire a private investor and just not utilize the village inspector, because they can find things that we might not see, which is crawl.
Yeah, and they can also lie for you. That's what she means to say.
Crawl spaces and check other things out. An investor must sell house. That means that you cannot keep the property. You cannot rent it to Section 8. You must sell the property. This is how the village makes their money. For the $5,000 houses, you must be a Dalton resident first. You must live in the house for 5 years. You must complete repairs within 90 days. You must pull a 90-day permit. You must do housing inspection.
You got to do all the repairs for this thing within 90 days. So you get this house, you got to do all the repairs within 90 days. Or of course, it's going to go into foreclosure. And then guess who's going to buy it for pennies? Once it's in the foreclosure thingy, guess who's going to come up and swipe that shit up for pennies? Tiffany. That's who. This bitch is diabolical. Tiffany, you should have did better. If you had communicated just a little bit better, you could have got away with at least some of this. You could have got away with, if you didn't get away with enough, you could have at least had another chance to try to get away with some more shit or something, but you just couldn't hold it in. She was so power hungry and so starving for like to feel like she was in charge that she rode herself right on out of there. You got to humble yourself. Be humble. Sit down, like Kendrick said, okay? Sometimes you just got to listen to Kendrick Lamar. I don't want this to drag on, so I want to get to this part.
Initial and final. Escrow is only $500 for homeowner. And of course, it is a lottery for the residents. Budget is unforeseen, and I always suggest hire a private inspector for that. Homeowner training to maintain the property, including annual inspection.
Okay.
So I have some kind of roots, as you can see, to initiate
the
first process.
Girl, you might want to go to the bathroom. You got the ruts
of this.
Oh, that's the runs. My bad.
What is it called? Ordinance. That's what I'm trying to do. So all I asked the board is give me the same shot you gave the land bank, which was nothing. We don't get any money from the land bank. All I wanted to do is start. So if anybody had any opinion as it relates to what needs to be on this, any trustee up here could have given it and we could have added on. Tino, play the video.
Ma'am, may I be recognized for that video come out?
Yeah, go ahead, trustee.
All right, now here's Holmes. Always coming in sepia tone. Okay, he talking sepia tone, y'all. He do. He talking old timey language. This oh my gosh, he coming in to show his support. He gonna lick them boots. He gonna kiss that ass. Let's see.
I do agree that the residents
do you?
Should have an opportunity to enhance quality of life. And invest. 2, I remember this lady when she was in here, and I clearly asked her.
Yeah.
I clearly asked her. Was any funds or any money coming back to the village of Dalton? She clearly said no.
Oh, that what she said? Did she clearly say no? Oh, you gonna turn your mic? Okay.
Thank you, trustee.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your nothing, you nasty, dirty son of a bitch. Ew. It's the old weird man snatching at the young girl as soon as the opportunity presents itself for me. It's that part. Like, I'm never going to be able to get past that. All right, so here's the video. She's going to play this video with this lady, the land bank lady.
Typically, what happens is that, like we said, we keep our lights on primarily through the sale of those properties. So we operate as a nonprofit organization. But yeah, when we sell the properties on the open market, those proceeds then go back into our coffers and help pay staff and help us do additional community development projects.
Okay, so basically, we will give you our inventory, and vacant houses, and whatever it is, full country. and you would then turn around and sell it, the proceeds would go to you, and the village would receive money from it.
That's correct. There's some property.
You see? And she cut it off. Wait, can we hear the end of her?
That's correct. There's some property.
Look at that. That is correct. There is some property that, and she cuts it off. Why? Why? And why did she pick this picture and do the no revenue to what? His wiener? Like what? Why did you Tiffany, why would you, who did this? What no revenue to, and then the line stops here, which makes you think that whatever they're talking about is behind this here zipper. You know, like this no revenue to you know who. Oh my God. It's the you can't see what you're doing. You don't see this? This don't look weird to you? No? Okay, just checking. Oh my God. She tried to play so much, but she cut it off right there, that little piece. She thinks that she is the most slick person. Tiffany, you ain't shit, honey.
Then you cut off.
Exactly. They cut it off. Oh my God. And then to play this sad music over it. She plays it. She has the sad music playing over. Tiffany, you are terrible at your job. I think that's why you only got to do it for 4 years. No re-election for you. You know why? Because you were terrible at your job. Your job was to be a shyster. You were terrible at it. You were there's a charming factor that you're supposed to have. You're supposed to be charming. You know, you got to give the people a reason to want to at least attempt to sit around and listen to your dumb ass. Okay. But nope, that's too much to ask for, Tiff. And so now you're gone. And if nobody else tells you, girl, mama miss you. Mama miss you, okay? Everybody else out here lying. They saying they don't miss you. They glad you gone. No, they ain't. They ain't no more glad you gone than I am. I'm glad for, say, Brittany, that she don't have to deal with you no more, or House, or, you know, I'm glad that the ground got swiped out from underneath of, say, Holmes, so he can't sit in there and grandstand, lying ass. Disgusting. I'm glad for them, but for me, you were pure entertainment, and I miss you. I miss you, girl. Y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not. Just no. Okay? If you made it this far, let me get an 8 in the comment section. Let me get an 8. This is a long one. So if you made it this far, I'm going to know that you is in my heart. Okay? You in here. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh.